Good morning, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Trans Talk. So it's been a while, and I'm not feeling great today, but I decided that it's time to get back into it, so here we go. I got my Shane Dawson shirt on, and today we are going to be talking about coming out at work. So I'm going to be talking about a couple experiences with me coming out at work, two of them which I don't remember too much because it was a while ago, but I do have one that I remember pretty well. And then I will be talking about tips for you guys if you want to come out at work, or if you're getting a new job and you're worried about that situation, or if you're just curious. So I'll talk about my experiences. First experience I'll talk about is at Hannaford, which I don't really remember. I just kind of remember going through the process of like them kind of knowing what I was going through, like kind of my hair and changes and all that stuff, and then them asking if I wanted a new name tag. And then I think one of them just made me one. Actually, one of my coworkers did, and I'm like, here. And then that was basically it, and then it just kind of progressed from there. Like, they asked, like,
Wyndham Fire and EMS, stand by for the 0900 contact with one announcement.
and they kind of helped me through the process, like asking if I wanted to, like, use male pronouns and all that stuff, which is really nice, because it kind of helped me, basically. That's what I remember. Like I said, it's been like a year since I worked there, or more, and it was the beginning-ish of my working there that happened. On the fire department, it was kind of the same thing. I'd been working there for a while, before I even found out, or figured out that I was transgender, and that was my issue, or not really an issue, but that was what was going on with me. And then I kind of started the process with my parents, and then kind of, they basically helped me out, and I was close with a lot of them, so they kind of knew, which was nice. And then the daycare, so this is my newest, or more recent one, so I'll remember it better. So when I started the daycare, like, I introduced myself when I was texting my boss. I introduced myself as Logan, and then I just remembered, oh, my armpit itches. I remember sitting on the chair, sitting in her office when we were talking to her, saying that I basically told her, like, Logan is not my legal name yet. This is my legal name currently, and I'm going to be changing my name to this. And she said, okay, so that was basically how it came out, and I guess she kind of got the gist of it. So that's good. So basically, what I'm saying is that my coming out at work wasn't too hard for me, which is nice, because I know a lot of people don't have that kind of not luxury, have that experience, and it's harder for them. So for you guys, here are some tips for coming out at work. Not in any order, because I just kind of thought of these. That would be good tips. So you need to wait until you are ready to come out. So if you have worked here for a while and you're figuring things out, like I was, and you're not sure, or you're, like I said, you're just figuring out stuff, and you're not ready to come out and you just kind of want to lay low, then don't do it until you're ready, basically. That's what it is. Don't want to jump into anything. You can always just be like, hey, can we use this name for a while, like, we're testing it out. There's a chance that they are going to ask questions and stuff, which is to be expected, but maybe not. Another thing is that tell someone you trust. Like, if you trust your boss, like, if you're close to your boss, be like, maybe sit down with them and tell them what's going on. Be like, hey, like, I'm transgender, or I'm transitioning, and I want to use this name, and I want to use these pronouns. If you could do that, which they might have problem, like, they won't necessarily have an issue with it, but they might have trouble, like, starting to use that, like, use the new name and use new pronouns, which you have to, like, give them a little, I don't know what word I was looking for. Like, you have to give them time. Like, it's not going to happen instantly, especially if you've been working for them for a while and they know you as your other name. If you do come out to your boss and you don't want it to be publicized, like, you don't want everybody to know, then make sure you tell them that. Be like, hey, like, just keep this on the DL. But then there's this point, like, if you are going to get a new name tag and you are going to start using your new name, that questions might be asked. Like, people might be like, oh, why are you using this name? And just be like, oh, I'm changing it. Or there's going to be some people that just go with it and they'll not really question it. You're going to have both. And then you're going to have some people that are, I don't know what word to use without being flagged. They're not going to be nice about it and they're not going to use it. But you're going to have people like that everywhere. So yeah, like, let them know, like, if you want to start then, or if you're just going to be kind of, like, working towards that. Another one is possibly come out during your hiring, if that is at all possible. So, like, if, like I did at the daycare, which I knew everybody that worked there, and they knew me, or I know everybody that works where I work. I knew them before I started working there, besides one person. But when I did, like I said, I started with Logan, which was nice. So if you, like, if you're just getting the job, you're interviewing, or you're just starting, like, you've been hired and you're going in to talk to your new boss, then you could be like, hey, like, I'm going to start using this name and these pronouns, which I think that would be a good idea if you could do that. If that's something that you're able to do, I guess I'm trying to say. Because then you won't have your coworkers, like, if you're going to work in a big place with a bunch of people, your coworkers will know you immediately when you start working as your name that you're choosing. And they will know you as you identify, not as you previously were, I guess you could say. Also, if you're going to change your name at work, if it's not legal yet, then make sure you're certain with that name, because your boss won't get angry with you, but it's going to be really confusing for them if you change it up on them. Yeah. So make sure you're ready to come out. Don't do it if you're not ready. Basically the same thing. Tell someone you trust. Let them know how much information you want shared, and possibly come out during your hire or interview or whenever you feel comfortable, which leads back to wait till you're ready. Don't come out too soon, and everything will be fine. If they have a problem with it, then maybe that's not the job for you, or maybe that's, I don't know. But yeah, this is all I have to share. Give you a thumbs up if you like it, thumbs up if you don't. Let me know your coming out experiences at work, if you've come out or if you're waiting to come out. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below and I'll answer them if I can. I'll respond to them either way and I'll give you my advice. Yeah. Next week's topic will be how I got started on testosterone. So if you want to learn about how I got started on testosterone, then make sure you click that subscribe button. And if you want to click the bell, you can. If not, that's fine. I think that if you click the bell, that's how you get the notifications when I post. But it's up to you. And if you've already subscribed, thank you so much for subscribing. I love making videos. It is a little frustrating sometimes, but I love it either way. And I will see you guys next time.